This is a No Chase the Truth production.
No Chase the Truth is a podcast that's culturally based around relationships, mental health, and wealth, with that real nostalgic vibe to it, of course. So stream us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel, No Chase the Truth Podcast. And also, disclaimer, this podcast is strictly based on our own opinions. We are not professionals. I repeat, this podcast is strictly based on our own opinions. We're not professionals. Let's get it.
Man, this freak has got me stressing. In the court, I must confess it. Players trying to get that check and who put hickeys on your neck. And in the jail, I can't be staying. And my cheese, you can't be caking. Child support can burn like torch. When you get behind on payments, here they go, they send them letters. Then they wanna come and get you. Probably should've used the Jimmy. Probably should've never met her. Why you wanna try to impress me? Always lying.
Let's get it. Welcome back to No Chase the Truth. This is episode 5. She's pregnant, so what now?
Hey.
Child support, parenthood, relationships, and breakups. We're going through it all. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
This is your boy, Jackson Jerome. I got Mars Jones in here with me right now.
Thirsty.
And Ty so motherfucking fly is running late, but he'll be here.
He'll be here.
He'll be here.
Sure.
All right, bro. Let's get it started, Jones. Do you make a relationship work because she's pregnant with your child? What's your take on that, bro?
I'm gonna say, I guess it depends, man. Depending on how invested you are in her, man. Like, do you see a future with this female? Like, is it worth it? Feel me?
Right.
Do you feel like y'all could just co-parent? Like, it's a lot of levels to that one. You know, it's layered.
I feel you. I think that, it really depends on the situation, man. I wouldn't say based upon the child, but I think that plays a factor too, though. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because, of course, by us being fathers, you know what I'm saying? I think we both was in those positions before where it's like with having your kid, you know what I'm saying? Especially like if it's your firstborn child, it's like you want that family unit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, you know what? Let me give it a try. You know what I mean? With that child in mind or whatever. You know what I mean? So, I know for a fact that's how I was thinking. You know what I mean? It was more or less like, let me try to make this shit work. And the shit ain't work. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't here nothing.
See, that's what it is, bro. As a man, we're gonna always first think about the child before we think about the woman and giving it, like, why we gonna give it a try. We think about our child, like, all right, I'm gonna give it a try, and these gonna be the benefits that they gonna benefit off us giving it a try. Like, you ain't think about y'all really, because y'all problems, and some of that stuff be hard to overcome, man. Like, it's hard to stay with somebody for years on years when you got these issues, man, and they don't really get addressed. So
that's facts, though. And I think, bro, and that creates like a toxic environment for the child. You know?
Exactly. Like, it's horrible.
Yeah, bro.
Ty so flying this bitch now, yeah.
Yes,
Ty
sir.
so motherfucking fly. What up, my boy?
Welcome to the show, brother.
What's goody?
Welcome, my brother. Welcome. Look,
I'm
right.
Happy to be back.
Yeah. Look, right. So we're touching bases on the first topic already. Do you make the relationship work because she's pregnant with your child? I already had gave my take. Mars gave his take already. So I guess we're gonna pass the ball on to you, bro, and see what you think about that.
You say, do you make the relationship work
because she's pregnant with your child? So, based upon the child,
I get what you said. Nah, I'm sober now.
I think he thinking about it. He thinking about it.
I mean, shit, not necessarily. You ain't got to. I mean, if it was already pushing towards something, why not try to continue? But I mean, things will change and things can change. I'm sure I had said that the other way around. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's pretty much up to how the vibes is already going. You don't necessarily have to, being that we living in a new time now, I mean, back then, yeah, you were gonna get that shit put on you harder than damn
Yeah.
anything else. So
Facts. Yeah, you leaving that woman with that baby? Oh, yeah, it's over.
That's
Papa
fact.
yeah,
was a rolling stone. I'm telling you, nigga, they on your ass, nigga.
Boy, they gonna put them people on you, boy, quick.
you know they're gonna put them folks on you.
Yeah, yeah, man.
That monkey gonna be breathing down your back, yo, straight
Don't
up.
Yeah.
You
even
know what
don't
I'm
even
saying?
worry about it because if you don't make a decision, depending on what type of woman you gonna make, I'm sure child support will make that decision for you.
That's a fact, Jack.
Woo!
That's a fact, Jack. They coming.
Eat to the goddamn ass, boy.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers
boy.
don't play.
So I like guess, right? We all can like agree that it's pretty much based on like the situation, cause every situation is different. So it's
Mm,
like it all depends on what y'all at that point in time, like far as the
Yeah.
relationship
sure,
go.
sure.
You know what I mean? So um, if and that right there leads right into like the next question, right?
Mm-hmm.
If a woman keeps a child after finding out she's pregnant, and the man already have disclosed that he don't want a child, is he wrong for not being there? After he
Hell
already
yeah.
said that he don't want
Yeah.
that kid.
Hell yeah, he
He,
wrong.
yeah, he wrong, yeah, man, because you can't be leaving kids out here fatherless, man. They're already so lost, man. You can't be doing that. You gotta be a
Fact.
better person, bro.
That's fact. That's
Absolutely.
fact. That's
Yeah.
fact.
Absolutely.
It takes
I
two
feel
to
like
tango
that.
out here.
That's a
You might
fact.
not want it, but then how you gonna feel if damn, you know what I'm saying, the next man doing what you not?
Yeah. Or even worse, bro, how you gonna feel if this child grow up to be LeBron James or Serena Williams? Like the next one, like this
Ooh,
child grow up to be great, and you kind of like, I knew their mama. Like I used what? That's
That's
fine.
that's facts
that's
though.
how I used to know their mama.
Yeah.
Hey, but look, real right. What if it's like how that comedian said, right? Where he was like that. If like the baby moms is making problems for you and shit, and you already didn't want to have a kid, especially not with her, and she a problem, is he wrong for not being there?
First of all, that comedian that said that junk, I think first of all, when you like aggressive, damn ratchet bitches, you deserve what you get. Like, you can't be out here mating with just anybody, bro.
Right.
Not like you
Right.
done made it with a walrus bitch or some you made it with some crazy bitch out here. She fucking
Mm-hmm.
your life up. Like, I understand women do mess up your life, but most of the time it's because we drive them crazy and they love us. Like, it's
Yeah.
more of that than me just wanting to deliberately fuck your life up. But you do get the rare
Or
occasions where you
or
get
some
that BM
girls
that is crazy.
or some girls just be cuckoo for cocoa puffs, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why I
and that
said
shit
they
just come
crazy
out
about you mostly.
afterwards.
It ain't crazy. They crazy about you.
Yeah, that's true
We'll say
too.
I'm gonna
That's true.
find that shit out before anything.
Yeah.
We'll find
Man,
that
you got
out
to go through some
firsthand.
stress.
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, straight
The
up.
We might
signs
still
be
be in
right
the
there,
talking
nigga.
phase when we find out.
They be
Shit.
right there in front of your face, nigga. You be like, they be right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
How
Hey,
she at
look.
your house before you get there? That's
See,
a
that's
red
yep,
flag.
yep, red
Yeah,
flag.
that's facts too, though. That's facts too. I
Red
I I,
fucking
th- I
flag.
think that man, it's mad factors that really playing that shit because you got to really like look at the red. But see, sometimes though, right? We'll want that person like at that point in time, so we'll ignore the red flags when it be right in front of
Yeah,
us. You know
true,
what I mean?
true,
So
Yeah.
true,
you
true.
know, I know I
They be looking a
you
little
know what I'm saying?
orange, my nigga. They don't be looking that red, my nigga. They be
Yes.
looking orange.
The
Like,
motherfucker be
shorty
like,
fine, bro. I can ignore this one today, goddamn it.
man, listen. We be trying to turn the motherfuckers green and shit like that, bro. But man,
You know
listen,
what it be though,
You
bro? I
ain't
be trying
turning
to
no woman.
change, bro. I be trying to change because I don't like to feel the certain way or like because we was raised by people by parents that may have been stuck in their prejudices and they way, and so they raised us, and we could be stuck in our way sometimes, you know. So I try not to be like that a lot. So I be trying to damn give people chances that I know I shouldn't be giving.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be getting this shit.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I think that man, like, even when it comes to like, matter of fact, this right here going into like the next question real quick. So when it comes to co-parenting or whatever, what does it look like? Like prime example, right? I know that with my like kids' mother, right? I had to lay out things with them because I didn't want boundaries to be crossed. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I had to
Mm-hmm.
lay out those things or whatever. for them, so we don't end up in that. And I guess you could call it the baby daddy, baby mama twilight zone, where y'all kind of in that gray area and shit. Where you know what I'm saying? Because like we were just saying, if you sleep with the wrong type of woman, they're in their mind, they'll like think because you got like a kid with them, you know what I mean, you obliged to still do relationship shit with them. You know what I'm saying? So
let's put ourselves for 1 second in that girl mind and think why they be like that, because it be so in that 1-2 year mark where the baby's so young they think I really messed this up, like we could have been a family probably, like so it'd be a lot of regret and they don't know how to sit down and really just talk about it, so it's gonna come out as anger most of the time. So you got 2 years of having what you call a quote unquote like crazy baby mama, but really she just really just fucked up emotionally about you. She trying to move on, but she got to see you every week. Damn, switch the baby off. Like it's a lot going on with that situation, bro. We humans,
You're right. You're
and
right.
women so emotional. That's what raising little girls helped me think. Like look at, because I'm like my daughter tell me everything that's going on in the house, so I know I know
Lord.
it was good. You feel me? So I be knowing. It's like
Yeah.
that. It's like, man, like yeah, women is emotional, and we definitely don't pay enough attention to that when we kind of like dipping in and out their lives. Like they dumb emotional, so we kind of got to be a little bit more precious with them. It's fucked up, but they are women, so we got to be more precious with them.
exactly. Because like you just said, women are more in tune with their emotions and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And
super
men are more practical. Well, some men supposed to, some men ain't.
practical, and we blunt, bro. We don't get like we just so irrational, bro. I don't know why
There
we
we
like this.
go.
We we like this a little bit, but you want your man to be kind of like tough and kind of take charge, and but you don't want them to be spurred of the moment, just be like, I don't want this family, like it's over. So it's kind of we got our
With you
ways,
right there.
bro, but then it take like so little for us to just be like, I don't want this woman, it's over. Like fucked it up.
That's facts.
Yeah.
And I think too, man. What like makes the shit even more tough is like we're trying to make it work like that, and then realizing that it ain't gonna work, and now you got that
Mm-hmm.
kid there growing up like that. And I call it the broken household only because from the standpoint of how things were, I guess you could say like in the way back in the day in our grandparents' era and shit like that, where granddad was there, grandma, you know what I mean, and the kids and shit. Like it was a joint household. So versus it being just mom there or just dad there, you know what I'm saying?
It's different.
So that shit is fucked up, man. And I think that that's nothing that anybody wants, especially not as no man. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? If you a real dad like that and you a real stand up man, you ain't gonna want nothing like that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
You're
So you're
right.
gonna
Of course you
try
would.
everything you can to make that shit work. And say just like, you know what, fuck this shit.
That's
Like,
absolute, because you speaking the truth on my behalf right there. I absolutely went through something like that. You know what I mean? What? I mean, I didn't have my mother when my child was born. She was gone a while before then. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like it was just me and moms in the household. You know what I'm saying? So when that family did break apart, it was so hard for like the first 2 years, I could say, because
Mm-hmm.
you're dealing with another child that calls you dad because you know what I'm saying, that's who that child been around. So
fact.
like
Facts.
even after the shit be over with, like that shit detrimental to both parties sometimes.
It is, man.
Just
Facts.
depending on, you know what I'm saying, what you're dealing with and who you're dealing with. Because some people don't even give a fuck. They'll just be like, stop calling that nigga daddy. You know what I mean? But and and don't get me wrong, something like that it changes me a little bit, but not really, because when I pick mines up, I make sure the other gets something when I return something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really. It's just like I said, Jax was speaking on that shit perfect. Like a man don't want that. He really don't, and you gonna fight for it as long as you can. Which you know sometimes you should. Me, I was younger, and I just wanted what was instilled in me when I grew up. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean, that shit right there could really change some stuff. It could change the man, or it could change the woman. You
you're right.
definitely hit the nail on the hammer with that one.
I feel
Definitely.
you. Like, man, honestly, yo. And then on top of that, right? I'm gonna touch on this, and then we're gonna get hit like the next subject. But I think that the toll that it really takes on the child, you know what I'm saying? Too. I think that a lot of that shit, like when the child gets older, and they really start to understand more and shit like that and everything. Even if it is like a stepfather there, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think that still that child or whatever still gonna be, you know, like, you know, going through emotional roller coasters and shit like that too because of the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important. I feel like that, you know, of course, you know, we all done got older now, but you know, I try to really tell youngers and shit like, you know, just be careful. You know what I mean? You know, that shit may sound damn hella cliche because old niggas told me back then, like, hey, you know, make sure that you are strapping up twice with the Jimmy and shit. You know what I'm saying? But when it boiled down to it, niggas ain't listen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell
Niggas
no,
wanted
Ain't
what they
strapping
wanted
the
at
damn
that
thing.
time. Huh?
Niggas don't be strapping the damn thing.
Hell nah. Niggas, man, listen, bro. All that go out the window when you in the
Reckless.
like, all that go out the
you
window.
got to find out for
Hey,
yourself.
you remember that clothing brand, Young and Reckless?
Young and reckless, exactly, bro.
Chill, because I definitely still buy.
Oh, it's still out. I ain't even know that shit. That used to be
What
my
you
shit.
mean it's still out?
That used to be my
It's still
shit.
out. Got a damn sweater right now with the shit
Okay.
written in cursive.
Yeah.
That shit hard.
Okay.
God damn, boy. Listen,
Memories.
hey, so, and then look, right? So we're going to touch on child support, right?
Shit.
So, how y'all feel about, like, can child support be a good thing?
It's good when you don't got an agreement set. Like, you need somebody to, like, physically set this agreement because y'all can't come to this agreement. That's when it's good. But other than that, I don't know. It is what it is. Like, if it's necessary for her, then it is what it is. You do what you got to do as a man, man. Complaining isn't a part of being a man, and that's what a lot of niggas need to realize. We don't get the luxury of complaining. When we do
I feel
complain,
you.
we just sound crazy as hell. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
like
feel
you're
you.
supposed to sit there and take that shit, right?
yeah, we really supposed to sit there and take that shit. When we
God,
complain, it
fuck that.
sounds yeah, it is one of them situations
Yeah,
where it's like fuck
yeah,
that. It's almost
yeah.
like when you tell a man he can't cry and shit like that. It's the same type of scenario, but then it's also like when I do see another man complaining so much, I'm like, why the fuck this nigga bitching? Like, I don't see complaining as like something you should keep on doing. Like, change your
Mm-hmm.
situation. What the fuck you complaining about?
Exactly.
Nigga, we
Exactly.
saw that commercial where a nigga was like, get up and go to college, nigga. What the fuck you doing? Like, we saw that shit. Like, nigga,
What you doing?
like,
Get up
What
and
you
go to
what?
college.
doing? You ain't doing shit. You sitting on the
You ain't doing the
couch.
goddamn thing. You're looking at me. Like,
Right.
like straight up.
Listen, hey, that's facts though. You know what I mean? Like all that complaining is not gonna change your situation. You know what I'm saying?
It's
All it's gonna
not.
do is make it worse, if anything, because now you stressing yourself
And
out
you look
over
so
some
much
shit.
better when you take your lumps and you don't like never say nothing about it, man. I watched my dad do that shit. My stepdad do that shit. Like, just took so many losses and he complained, but he only complained to his kids. Like, you feel me? He complained to
Yeah,
a certain
yeah.
audience. But to the
Exactly.
world, this nigga was just taking it on the chin and happy as fuck. Happy as hell about every loss.
And like because all that is lessons, you know what I'm saying? And I think people far too often, yo, like real talk, they look at shit like that and they really complain about it instead of looking at like the beauty in it. Because when you
Exactly, man.
older, you got some shit to tell your
You
grandkids
can't
like,
take
oh, this
none
is
of
what I
it
went
with
through.
you when you go. So it's like,
That's a fact. Just like living the moment, man, you gotta really live for now. You know what I'm saying? So,
mm-hmm.
and on top of that shit, if you on child support or whatever, the way I look at it, that's like going towards my kids. So even if I'm
Yeah.
paying like $600 a month or seven, even a stack and shit, I'm looking at like, well, long as
I
my
would.
child is good. And on
Exactly.
top of
I
that,
was taught that, and bro, I'm sure, Sean, I'm sure T, you was taught, nigga. We was taught the ultimate stunt is handling your business, nigga.
that's a
That's the
fact.
ultimate stunt. So
That's a
when you get
fact.
something like that, if you get a ticket, you pay it. If you get damn child support, fuck it, I'm paying it. Cause me complaining about it right now, if I ain't complaining to the courts, if I ain't doing like T did and taking them papers to the courts and really doing something about it and not
Yeah.
complaining, then I'm just complaining for no reason. I'm bitching.
Got to
So
handle the business.
yeah. So most of the time niggas be bitching. They don't be complaining. They don't
Exactly.
even be to the level of complaining yet. Complaining is when you go and you actually choose to like put the action towards fixing that complaining. And you don't want to complain. Niggas be in the bitching stage.
Facts. That's facts. And too though, if you a nigga, right? Let's say you a nigga and you really get to your money and shit like that, right? That's even more reason. If you don't want to be on child support,
Nigga.
that's even more reason to be careful on who you choose to
To have
engage with.
kids with,
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? Like, man,
Safe
you
sex.
gotta think about all that shit. Like, damn, yo, if I go to sleep with this wrong, like if it's the wrong woman, she put me up for child support. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm out of damn $500 to $1,000 and shit, or $2,000 depending on your tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? So if you that kind of nigga like that,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
temporary
But
happiness could lead you to like a long life of bliss, my nigga. Like you could be like looking at life like, God damn. Like I
that's a
was
fact.
happy in that one moment, and now I'm like, God damn.
Hey, listen, right? Like Martin Lawrence mom said on Thin Line Between Love and Hate. A night full of passion can lead to a lifetime full of pain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because you want to be in
facts.
there. You know what I mean? Because you want to be the man. Now you got to be the man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like straight up, what comes with that shit? Responsibilities. You know what I mean?
you're
So
right.
like, but I seen some shit too, right? Before we switch over to the next subject, where like this lady or whatever, um, child support didn't like go after. I guess child support built up and everything over time, but they didn't never contact her for like I think like 20 years or some shit, 18 years or something. So 18 years went by, $30,000 built up in their child support. The lady was like, I don't want it because I'm good. My damn kids been good or whatever. Plus, they dad is just now getting back on his feet and shit. Cause she was
Mm-hmm.
like that she declined it and shit like that, right? Because she want to look
Mm-hmm.
out for him. Now I seen in the debates, of course, a lot of women was like, nah, like sis crazy as hell. She did see and everything like for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I would have got the 30K and said, fuck that nigga. You know what I mean? But then you got on the other side, well, there's women that is saying, nah, I do understand, especially if he's in the children life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what y'all like feel about that?
He in the children life plus piping that shit down, nigga. Goddamn, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Ain't no way, goddamn, hit nail. My baby mamas don't. I say we got mutual
This
like
nigga
love
said
for
love
each
to her,
other,
yo.
but when it comes to bread over me, they taking bread, nigga. Like I know
Oh
all of them
yeah.
gonna take bread. I expect them
Woo.
to take bread over me. Like
Hell yeah.
what?
That shit is gonna
What the
happen.
buffoonery was this town in? This was a white man and a white woman, definitely.
I
Nah,
can't
nah,
say
nah.
though.
These
I
was nah.
can't
These were
say.
black folks. It was black folks. These
Jesus
were some
Christ.
niggas. Some niggas.
These are some niggas that was still hunching.
Hey,
They was
listen,
still
right?
fucking though.
Nah.
They
Like
had
she
to still
said
be.
that
I ain't
they
even gonna
was.
cap.
And he was taking his kids every day. Every
Mm.
day he was getting them. Not missing no days.
Now, see, this is what it said, right? It said that they had divorced. They were divorced for 12 years or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Divorced for 12 years, and I guess like the nigga. No, it was like longer than that. But anyway, they was like divorced and shit.
Yeah.
And child support contacted her and everything way after years later. So her daughter was like
You ain't
26.
telling me the part of the story I want to hear. Was the nigga involved all them years that he was broken shit? Was he still picking up his kids and being there? That's what the fuck I
It
need to
didn't
know.
say though. It
That's the
didn't
part
say.
that they ain't tell. If they ain't telling
Of
that,
course,
then the article bullshit. Cause
boy, you know
that
they
shit
ain't gonna tell
clickbait.
Nah,
you
nah,
that
they ain't
shit
no
no
That shit
article.
article.
That
clickbait.
was
That
somebody's
ain't the shit they
status.
wanted.
Yeah. Tell us that nigga was there. That's what we want to hear, nigga. Was he
Okay,
there? That's
so
how he got
this
the
ain't no
money.
article. So this somebody's
This ain't-
status. So you
Right.
it is
telling me
somebody's status.
it's
Yeah. Somebody
nowhere
lied
in
on the
there
status, nigga.
where they said that man was still picking them
Facts.
babies up.
Uh
Hell nah. And see that's why from my opinion, she should talk to the kids about that first. You know what I'm saying? Ask the kids do they want the 30K. If they say nah, then okay, cool, whatever, you know what I mean? Leave like pops alone. Like,
that
but
logic
if,
Well,
still
if they
makes
say
how old
sense.
was
yeah,
they when this shit
then
happened again?
Mm.
Like, how
shit,
old were
like
the
the
kids?
kids is like 19, like one is like 19, one is
Oh
like
hell
26
no.
now.
Oh, he in
Oh
trouble, and
hell
they
no.
taking the 30K.
Oh hell no. What the fuck? First of all, they gonna need it for college now. So
They gonna rape from you
she
saying,
giving
They
yo.
them
go
their
what?
college money
Slick them
back. What
dry.
is she
I'm
doing?
telling you.
She just gave them their college money back. What the fuck?
Then they gonna do pops greasy, yo. That's
Yeah.
cold blooded,
Like
yo.
as a dad, if I ain't been there in your life, even if I have been there in your life, I gotta pay for college. The fuck? So now you just
Hey,
gave me 30K towards college. Like appreciate it. Appreciate it.
that's real though.
Of my
I
own
mean,
money, thank you.
I look at it
I
like
feel
this.
you.
I'd be kind of torn on it because if my pops was there, then I would definitely decline the 30K. Now, if he wasn't
Yeah.
never there like that, man, whatsoever, I don't really know him like that, you know what I mean? Whatever the case is and shit, then nah, hell nah, you know what I'm saying? But
You
I'm gonna
19. You don't got
I'm
no
gonna take that
decision on how
30K.
your pop spend that 30K. You think you gonna decline it? He just gonna
Now, see the
pay
only
for your college.
see,
You
but
gonna
see the
think you
only
just
reason
got
why I
college for
would like
free.
decline it, the only reason why I would like decline it though, bro, honestly though, is if he has been there like that. And if he haven't
Yeah.
been there, Nah, I'd be like, nah, you know what I'm
If
saying?
you got the
Fuck
option
that
to
shit. Yeah.
decline it, because it sounds like it's his money. You feel me?
But nah, see how child support work though. They gonna like come after you unless the mother
The
says
mother ain't
otherwise. If
never
she
giving
like,
the kid
nah,
the
you
option to
good.
get the money, bro. Ain't no black mama doing that shit. I don't care how old you is. You can be 27 and she get the $30,000 check. She keeping it, bro.
Bing.
You bing bong, nigga. You don't get to nothing. Nigga,
Nah,
I
I ain't
found.
never heard
Let me
nobody
tell you a
doing
story.
it.
I found $100 in the projects when I was like fucking 13. I'm back to the house happy as fuck. Told my mom, you know how much of that 100 she took? 100. I took you to work. I do this. I do that. Like nigga, come on, bro. Like
took the
realistically,
whole took the whole
100
slab, bro.
reparations, bro. Reparations.
Taxes, nigga. Learned
Hey,
about that
listen,
early.
He said taxes,
man.
facts. They gonna teach you early, nigga.
I
Early.
swear.
You
Hey,
just
I pay
pay
listen.
my
Uncle
bills.
Sam.
So how y'all feel about like the mother spending money on other things with the child support money?
Ain't none of my business.
So whatever that like she spend with that money, that's up to her. Long as
Yep.
like the kids taken care of. I feel you.
Yep.
I
Because if you go broke and you waste that money, it's on you.
I feel you on that. I feel
Yep.
you on that. Like whatever that like
Black
she do
China,
it.
it's on you.
Now see what like creates the problems is that them not taking care of the child, which I've seen that a lot. Like them just taking the bread and they go buy like some J's or some crab legs and shit. They in
But
Miami and I
realistically, do you know
borrowing
if
your
they
child
taking the
support
bread and
money.
doing that, or do we just kind of hear that people do that? We don't know. Because if
Nah,
they
bro,
got a
I've like
job,
That's
seen it,
true.
bro.
That is
I've
true.
we
seen
don't
it,
know.
bro. I've seen it though. I ain't
Well,
gonna lie
you'll
to you.
know definitely if a motherfucker ain't working, but this motherfucker
But
can
I
find their way to
understand what Jack
Miami.
said when he say salt, because I worked at grocery stores and I did see people swiping that one whatever card
Yep.
and it got that money, and I'm like, what the hell for crab legs? Like, what the fuck?
Fact.
But I
Fact.
understand. But then, in the same token, hey, my daughter wanted crab legs for her birthday, and that was one of her presents. So you can't tell, like, it's feeding my child. So we got to stop being so petty and counting each other coins as black people, bro. Like, just like how we just talking in the last segment, bro. Just pay what you got to pay. Don't worry about what's going on over there unless you care about that female. Cause then that make you look like you broke and you want that $200 damn back, nigga. Like, don't. Some
Yeah,
of this shit
I
be so
feel
petty, bro. If I died today, I'm gonna be like, I was arguing with a bitch about $200, nigga. What?
I
for
feel you
real.
Bro,
though.
nigga,
I
my
feel
Yeah,
you.
shoes
I
cost
I
more than
feel
definitely
that,
you.
nigga. I
wouldn't.
was arguing with a bitch about
But
some
but
petty ass.
just saying though, Mars, you wouldn't want to see your child come into the house and they shoes and pants and shit look
Yeah, that's
raggedy.
what I
That
mean. They're gonna.
you wouldn't
I don't.
want it.
If I see her spending it on her more, and then I see my child, like, then I understand. Yeah, but then you gotta think about the amount that they get into and how much it do cost and your input on their life. Because that little 200, they're gonna keep buying that kid shoes forever, bro. How old you think?
Mm-hmm.
My daughter is 12 now. 200 ain't doing shit. So my
You're right,
child
and it
support
ain't
ain't
gonna
doing
do
shit.
shit
So I
after a
got to
while.
do stuff on top of my child support. So
Yeah,
yeah, like how I
yeah.
said, I ain't gonna worry about how she counting that little bit of bread because I feel like it is a little bit, even though it comes from me, it's a little bit. And on top of that little bit, I'ma still do what the fuck I gotta do and more, nigga, because I don't give
I
a
feel
fuck. Like
you.
I'm gonna come off it one day, and what I use gonna just how we was just talking about be used for her college, and I ain't gonna be salty about none of that shit because I can't
Absolutely.
live life like that, bro.
I
Niggas
feel
be
you.
niggas be too angry about that shit, and it just become topics, and niggas just talking about this. And then during this whole topic, you broke as hell because you ain't doing shit to make your life better. Like, you feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Complaining and shit, T.
For real. Yeah, I'm
I
telling
Fuck
feel
you,
all
bro.
that
That's
shit,
all it
man.
is.
Fuck all that complaining and this shit, man. Take that shit on the chin and get
Yeah,
bread,
handle
man.
your business. Yeah, that's all you
Maybe one
can
day
do.
you can get 1,000 from me or more. Maybe you can get goddamn 20,000 a month. Like, fuck it. Like, if I'm making that much, but
I feel you. I feel you. That's
still,
why
it's
like
just a lump.
even with me paying, I'm paying CS or whatever, right? Like, I would still do shit aside from that shit. Like,
Exactly.
if
You
I like
can't
know my
neglect
child need
that.
like some shoes, I ain't gonna be like, oh well, your mom getting child support money, so I ain't about to
Exactly.
get your shit.
You know how
Like,
much of
nah,
a
man,
herb you sound,
that's
nigga?
some
Like to
slime
Hmm.
ball
get
shit, yo. That's like some low level slime ball shit,
slime.
man. I ain't about to do no shit like that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel
You
you.
know? You know,
I
I'm
feel
I'm gonna
you.
go, I'm gonna get the shit. You know what I mean? Like,
But
period.
in the
So,
beginning, like we were saying, brother, 1 to 2 years, you ain't thinking like that because this child ain't really grown on you yet. So you ain't thinking about their future and them. They're looking at you and they putting together little sentences, and you're like, I can't do this baby like that. Like that's why I said the first 1 to 2 years, you're the most slimiest with the woman because you ain't really thinking about nothing. Like you ain't think about we arguing in front of this baby. You ain't think about none of that shit. You just think about I hate this bitch. Like
Mm-hmm.
it'd be so lame in the first couple years. So I just what I got going now with my BM, it's the most cordial situation I think I ever had. Like we really cool as fuck. Like no sexual shit, just cool as fuck. She kept me up. She need me to watch her. Vice versa, like cool as fuck. And
I
it
That's
feel
could
you.
be
what's
like
up.
that with every situation. You just gotta be
That's
real
what's up.
mature. You feel me?
Yep, it do take time because
Yeah.
I swear to
And we
God,
could
took
do that
time for
because
me to
we
get there.
grown. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Why is it so hard for grown people to be mature? What the fuck?
no lie.
It's all a
Because
mindset thing. It's a mindset thing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You know, that's what a funny Marco be saying. You know what I'm saying? It's all a mindset thing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's on whatever that person is at mentally at that point in time. But I look at shit like, you know what, yo, because they like that and everything. You know what I mean? I just charge it to like, you know what? I'm gonna give them time to mature. I ain't even gonna entertain that shit, even if they on some left field shit,
Mm-hmm.
trying to argue
You give
or
them that, but
whatever.
you know, type shit. The reason is because they in love with you or some shit. That's you know what it is. You know it's because some nut ass shit, nigga. You know it's because of other shit. So you choose to give them the reason to calm down. You choose to give them the time to find another nigga. But you like get the fuck off of
really,
me, bitch.
really,
Like get it.
for real. Because
I
I
get
be,
a
Sometimes,
beat.
man.
So we need
hey,
to
look,
really
right?
sit down and really just give motherfuckers the immediate closure they need to be like, this ain't gonna work straight up, right? Rather than dodging it and really have these females be in the weeds for almost a year sometimes, like, and you'll let a chick back in because you get the drunk nights, you get the nights where you ain't, feel me? So yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't want my
Yeah,
kids to fall
I'm
victim to
weak.
niggas like that, bruh. That's why I feel like I try to change as a man too, bruh, because I can't be a good example raising daughters if I'm weak because I'm just lonely in a moment, you feel me? And I fuck up another woman mental because I want to damn get some skins. That's what I be thinking about sometimes. Like, I want to just get skins with somebody that I'm really feeling like versus just spur of the moment shit.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. And I think like
Talking
this,
about
right?
marriage, big.
Hey, listen, right? So this is right the perfect way to cap this episode off, right? Uh what are y'all views on being a father in today's society right now?
I
Like
mean,
like prime example, right? I think it's tough that we live like in a society now because, and I'm gonna just be blunt, right? Like we live in a social media age and like a more of a tech, more of a tech age now. So kids have access to technology more, younger at younger ages now. So it's it's almost like they like kids are like sponges, so they soak up knowledge and shit like that. So they really see some shit that they're not supposed to see. As like a father, it's like them growing like growing up too fast. You know what I'm saying? So now we got to get a handle on that shit like more than it was back in the day now. You know what I'm saying? Because they have access to a lot of that shit now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
you know, it makes it like a little tough and everything, man. And if the parent, the mother is on the same page as you, now you got to deal with that issue. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm.
like,
mhm.
you know, it makes it tough from my standpoint. You know what I mean? But I mean, I love every bit of it. I wouldn't even change it for the world, straight up.
I mean, yeah, like you said, it's about more the generation that we dealing with now anyway. Because yeah, it's more tech savvy. So I mean, like my kids are young. I got a 5-year-old girl and I got a 1-year-old boy. And shit, just dealing with my 5-year-old already tough because she really into the phone and know where everything got from TikTok to Snapchat to Instagram.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And it's already hard to take that away from kids because like that shit came out when I was in high school. So
Facts.
all of that shit. But being a father at this day and age, just just depending on what type of man you are and how you handle raising your kids will ultimately tell in the future. Because it ain't like it was when we were kids, but at the same time, me personally, I try to make it so. I do the same shit that my people did to me when I was young. You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
don't get me wrong, I'm not one of them parents that can be like, I don't want to spank my child. Tear that ass up.
Facts.
I'm gonna knock
Discipline.
your, I'm gonna knock your noodle loose. But I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? I,
God damn,
I
yo,
ain't,
this is stupid.
I don't play that though. For real though, I don't
Yeah,
play
yeah.
that, and I understand that. And then that's just how I was raised, and that's just from my
Mhm.
mother. You know what I mean? But granted, I had a butt for so long in my life, but yes, it's a little difficult raising kids at what I'm saying at this age, and it's a lot harder on the father now. I can definitely admit that it definitely is. But I
Yeah.
mean, once again, that complaining shit.
It ain't, yeah. That's why I was like, that's why I
That
sided when you
complaining
said that
shit.
last one, bro. Hmm.
Man, listen,
Yeah, it's hard.
listen. That's a tough one, man. You know what I mean? I think that as like time go on too, man, hopefully, you know, I mean, sure, the way like technology is too and everything, man, honestly, like we're like getting a handle on that shit when it comes to the kids, it make it even more, which I was gonna touch on the Dwayne Wade situation with his son, but I'm gonna
Good
leave that one
shit.
Yeah,
alone. You know what I mean? That's a real,
Not talk about it.
yeah.
Shit.
that's like a real
Hey,
touchy one, man.
hey,
I don't really
I
want to even
touch
do
on it
that.
briefly, but I ain't gonna touch on it in his way. I'm gonna touch on it in my way because my daughter is a part
Hmm.
of that community. You feel me?
Hmm.
And my daughter is 12. So my daughter about to be 12, whatever. I got a 12-year-old, 6-year-old, and a 4-month old. So you feel me? All girls. So the way I carry myself gotta be different, man. I like started off being a disciplinarian with them, but that just scared the shit out of little girls. So you can't, you feel me? Like
Right.
it's
Definitely
about
do.
as much aggressive as you could be. That's why having a boy be a blessing sometimes when you're aggressive as fuck. Like
Right.
it's a different level, but having girls like straight up, especially having one that's kind of like grew up on the JoJo Siwa era and all this damn feel me LGBT stuff being pumped into the cartoon era, all that stuff. So she grew up seeing that stuff. So I saw how it influenced her, and I ain't mad on none of that. I ain't mad about none of that shit. Honestly, it's a personal opinion. I just feel like when you go into putting stuff on social media at such a young age, then you just get into violating, man. I would never, you feel me, post pictures of my daughter kissing no girl on my Facebook or nothing like. Nah. Maybe when she
Facts.
older
Every
and
picture
she
I
get
post should
married or
be
something one
alone.
day, but when she like
Shit.
literally like under the age of 16, nah, I can't like. I feel like that's like kitty porn type weird stuff. You feel me? It's another level, man. It's a respect thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
of your
can I
parents.
ask you this
Like,
though?
yeah.
Can I ask y'all this? Like just think about this though. Like as a parent, and you have a child, or even before that child even becomes a part of that community. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, do you think the mass aggression that sometimes parents use to their children is just like too much? Because it's harder for a female to accept that aggression, just like you were saying, it scares the shit out of them.
Yeah, yeah.
But they can't go and confine in like another boy about some shit like that. Like they'll talk to another woman, and I feel like sometimes that kind of develop those softer feelings that somebody's looking for because it's there emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely there. Versus like I mean, not to saying talking to them and being more gentle and stuff like that would even help the situation. Because shit, that might make it even worse. Who knows? But like, do y'all feel like that mass aggression kind of starts that off? Maybe.
Are we talking about towards girls or towards boys though?
Yeah, towards the girls.
Oh,
Well,
the
shit,
girl.
towards the boys
I
too.
feel like
Because
the
shoot,
boys. I feel like the boys is what we was talking about, but I was just using my daughter as an example because the
yeah,
girls is like
yeah,
that's another good example too. Because we was just about to talk about aggression towards girls that could possibly turn into be like that. But what about boys? Like maybe we too rough on the boys, and they just really want to do stuff that's more them, and that turn them to that side. Maybe so. Maybe it's the mass aggression in that way. You feel me? Like I don't got a son, so I don't know. Like, but I do see people with their sons and how they push them towards doing stuff they like to do. You feel me? But I don't know. Maybe you really should sit down with your kids and figure out what they like to do. Whether gender, they are. You feel me? Sit down and
Exactly.
really find out what they like to do instead of what you like to fucking do.
Exactly. Versus trying to
Yeah.
push them to do
And then
something
you'll
they really
find
don't
out
want
things
to do.
about them that's personal.
Exactly. That shit like my daughter, like my oldest daughter, like she want to play soccer, but that's like me pushing her to play basketball or something like that.
Yeah.
And she don't really even want to do that. You know what I'm
It
saying?
happened though, bro. I love basketball.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
We be on
listen.
it. We be trying.
Straight up, hey man, I be like, I tried to ask my oldest, cause like cause she into cheerleading and stuff like that, man. Like she want to be that type of girl. So I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna ask her, again about like basketball and stuff like that. Now she did bring it up, like I think like 2 years ago, but that didn't faded out now. So I try to go along with
It's
what she want.
momentarily.
Exactly, you know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
lot of that shit, bro. Like, cause think about back when we was kids. You know what I'm saying? Like we always said that we're gonna do this and we'll do that, but that shit faded. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It faded
you
too,
know,
but if you also got a strict parent, it stayed too. Because most of the time when we did decide we wanted to do football or serious sport, our parent was on us about doing it. Like, if you're gonna do it, you gotta
fact,
go to practice. You feel me? So I feel like parents do be on boys a little bit more than girls with sports, at least, unless they know the girl really want to be into it. So they ain't really pressuring as much. Even with my daughters, I ain't gonna keep pressuring them about doing sports if they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
that's
So
facts though.
I just feel
That's
like I'm
facts.
hassling them. Like, be a scientist or something, man. I don't care. Like,
All right, yeah,
do
do your
something
thing.
different. Yeah, do something
They can
different.
they can like grow up and be in politics. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying,
I
bro?
don't want
Like
to
you
put them
never
in
know.
that box. I just want them to do sports just for the fun. I don't want them to do sports to be, oh, this can be my career. Like, you gotta want to do that.
Facts. That's facts. And I think something too, right? I'm gonna like say this, and I'm gonna close the episode off too, right? Like I think that like growing up, right? Well, us growing up in the gate, I think us growing up like around the people that we grew up around, like the big homies and people like that was around, or just us in general, right? We all kind of put each other in there. Cause all of us play sports in like some magnitude. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, and I know we all had a love and everything for football, basketball, shit like that. You know what I mean? So I think that having that, even if we didn't have a parent that was there, we still had somebody in the neighborhood that was pushing us.
Yeah,
We
pushing
had
them.
we had a because Southgate was like a real family. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So
If your
everybody
homie was
loved
doing
you
it,
and
you
shit.
wanted to do it, nigga.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it was like, man, listen, like, but whatever that we wanted to do, that person pushed that. Like, promise. I remember growing up, and we had motherfucking, Felix, Jerry, Singleton, and all them like that. They really like pushed us to be, our like best selves, whatever that was. You know what I mean? Long as it was positive, that's all that they really was on like that. So, and I always respected that. You know what I'm
For
saying? So,
sure.
but.
Facts. Name drops. Let me name drop my OG. Shout out Ty G. Shout out my nigga Brandeezy. Niggas that taught me how to do good things and bad things.
They some real ones though. Shout out,
But the
shout
real
out,
ones. You feel me?
shout
Shout out
out
to all the real
Brandeezy,
ones.
man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out like Brandeezy, man. He a real one. I've been like, bro, been cool with me, man, since motherfucking damn kindergarten. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
Facts.
I can like he one of the real ones like that. You know what I mean? That's like
Facts.
from the town, man. I really,
Facts.
I'm always show love to.
Shout out my brother Ty, nigga. I know you listening, my nigga.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Ty
yeah,
too. Hey, Ty,
yeah. I
what's
got a
up,
few
bro?
of mine. I mean, shit. I had to deal with niggas like Jeremy. Uh, what's his name?
Who there?
Big ass Jeremy. I think it was
Oh,
Ashland
you talking
Taylor.
about Black German? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Used
yup,
to stay
yup,
beside
yeah.
Marcus
That's
and
my boy.
them.
That's my boy right there.
I
Yeah.
had to deal with him. Of course, I was the one had to deal with the bully, so I ain't had no OGs. I was trying to fight these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So
Shit, it's different. I ain't had OGs either. Don't feel bad. My OG
I
was
had
my
tried to
brother,
fight these
nigga.
motherfuckers. Like,
Actually,
yeah.
that was the
So
initiation process, though. Like going
Yeah.
through Southgate. You know what I'm saying?
It
That was
was
like,
like
initiation,
that.
I was
hell, yeah,
under
that's what that
He,
10.
was.
he was already a member. He was already a part of Southgate. Nigga. He was,
Hey, listen, that's the La Familia. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
if you down, so if you around the block,
Man, nigga, I was
Yeah.
under
you are.
10.
Nah,
Niggas was just on some other shit, man.
I'm under 10 fucking with 15 and 16-year-olds trying to what?
Yeah.
I'm calling all the
hey,
other
But
10 year
Jack's
olds.
kind of right though. It is the initiation, bro. When I lived in
straight
Trent
up.
Court and Craven Terrace, nigga, I definitely got chased from the store plenty of times by the homies. Nigga, like it do be the initiation for the little niggas.
I'm telling
See
you,
how
dog.
fast you
Straight
are,
up.
nigga.
Straight up. Hey, listen, man. You know what I'm saying? Southgate love,
Yeah.
yo.
I'm
You know what I
telling you,
mean?
bro. When niggas stole my bike, that was the straw that broke the camel back right there. I'm
Yeah, it's
telling
like,
you.
all right, nigga.
That's
You know
it
I
now,
don't got the
nigga.
scooter right now, nigga. You go stupid.
At the time, I had the
Telling
Stingray. I had the damn
The
Stingray bike.
Stingray?
Yeah, you remember the
Oh,
shit that was shaped like the motorcycles when we
yeah,
was
that shit
childish?
deserved to
Man,
be stolen, nigga. That shit,
they stole my shit, and I swear I had enough at that point. Bitch. I
nigga.
was,
Cause you
hey,
I
left
can't
your
even
bikes in crazy places, nigga. You left your bike in the
where
front yard. You tweaking.
that's
that bitch
it.
was on
That's
the
it.
porch.
That shit
You
gone,
tweaking.
bro.
It's
They took
done.
the bar, man. They took the bar that was on the
It's done.
porch and everything with the
I done
bike.
had half bikes taken, nigga. Like I ain't
I'm
even get to
t-
put the bike together, nigga. Like
you ain't got no ties with that motherfucker.
So
all it
sad
needed
part
was the
is
tire. All it needed.
that I swear the sad part be that the motherfuckers be from Southgate that take it.
Facts. Motherfucker pull up, want to race? Like that's my bike, nigga. The fuck?
Hey, listen. Nigga tried to take my no, nigga did take my mongoose, right? Try to sell it back to niggas, bro. I kid you not, dog. Stole my mongoose, bro, with the pegs, nigga.
Tweaking,
Who that?
tweaking,
Hey, look,
nigga.
come on, bro. I ain't about to name drop, man. I didn't tell y'all niggas that
Nah,
You
off,
ain't got to
I
name drop,
already.
but did
the
Nah,
you
you
handle
not.
that?
I
handle,
already figure who it was, bro. I
Did
already
you
know.
handle that?
I
thieving
already
ass
know.
motherfuckers, yo. Listen,
I
man.
got an
Hey,
idea. I know niggas was bums.
but see, that is certain niggas though. That even if
Better
they
not
was
be.
from the gate though, you already knew that the niggas still. So you got to put
Yeah,
yourself around them.
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That shit just
You
like
already showed
felonies.
them the shit
Like,
most of the time. You done showed them it. Fuck you showed the thieving ass nigga the shit, nigga.
like hell nah. But niggas learn real quick though, cause that shit get missing. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, but hey, we at 45 minutes, man. So I'm gonna then wrap this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? This is your boy Jackson Jerome. I got my boy Mars Jones.
Yes, sir.
Sky so motherfucking fly.
Mm.
All right, till next time, y'all.
We out this
All right.
bitch.
No Chase the Truth will be doing promos if you would like your business advertised. We promote locally and nationally owned businesses. If you own a clothing line, mobile barbershop, online boutique, or even the peanut stand right down the street, I promise we got you. First 3 people will be for free. That's right, you heard it right. The first 3 people will be for the free. So what y'all waiting for? Send in your request for promos to no chase the truth at gmail.com. That's no chase the truth at gmail.com. Let's do business. Roll it.
This is a No Chase the Truth production.